Hey friend, I just want to ask you to please stop treating yourself how other people treated you. Please stop treating yourself how your abusers treated you. Please stop speaking to yourself how the people who didn't, whether through, circumstance or choice, who made you feel unloved, treated you. You don't deserve that. You deserve so much better than that. And I know that your innate value as a human being hasn't yet been reflected to you. But I also want you to know that just because other people didn't see your value, just because other people didn't understand how to love you, whether they had a lack of capacity or a lack of desire, none of it means that you're any less worthy than the next human being or being treated with dignity, kindness, compassion, forgiveness. You deserve that. And if other people haven't given it to you, you can begin to give it to yourself. You can stop the internal dialogue of self-criticism, of being unkind towards yourself, by beginning to build an internal ally, an internal voice that is compassionate and loving and kind. And you can begin to heal from the rejection that other people took you through or hurled at you. You can begin to heal from the rejection that you were subjected to by other people by learning to love yourself, by learning to be compassionate toward yourself, by learning to be kind to yourself. And it can be difficult to do, as in it goes against your whole entire programming, which says that you have to learn other people's validation, affirmation, love, kindness, and compassion by abandoning yourself. You are still waiting to be chosen, waiting to belong. And so you think you need to do everything in your power to be anyone other than who you are, in order to belong to someone, in order to be chosen by somebody else. And I want to tell you that the opposite is true, that the more you begin to love and affirm and be kind and be patient with yourself, the more honest and genuinely loving you'll become with other people, because you no longer need to manipulate. You no longer need to present a version of you that is false in order to get them, to convince them that you're worthy of loving. You no longer need to betray yourself that you're in order to convince other people that you're worthy of loving. I'm watching the birds. That's what's happening. But you will then automatically begin to become more magnetic and lovable, because it is so rare to experience a person who loves themselves, who doesn't need your validation, and so who are so authentically and honestly themselves that it makes you want to be more bold. And so people are so drawn to people who love themselves that you actually inadvertently, by just dismissing or by stopping that urge to want to draw other people in, to want to show other people that you're lovable and worthy, by releasing that need, and giving yourself the validation that you've been seeking, you actually will automatically begin to magnetize people who are curious about why you are so self-fulfilled, why you are so self-sufficient and self-loving. What about you how they want to know, they're mystified by the fact that you've given yourself permission, and it's confusing for some folks, and they're drawn to that, and it's okay, but don't do it for them. Don't do it for them. I'm just saying that it's a happy byproduct, that actually, as you begin to go on the journey of self-allyship, of real tangible self-love, you actually will liberate other people to be more of who they are. And also you will begin to draw people to you who are just interested in who you are as a person, because they can see that you got a party of one going on, and it's vibey as heck, and it's bright, and it's lovely, and it's magnetic. So yeah, I just want to encourage you that if the people around you, especially in your early childhood, didn't really love or affirm or see you for who you were, or allow you to be an individual, or affirm you when you were making mistakes, or forgive you when you were making mistakes, or they were heavily critical, or whatever it is, whatever restrictive, um, whatever it is, uh, I want you to know that you deserve to continue to live your own life. You deserve to continue to grow as an individual. You deserve to continue to expand in your awareness and in your love for yourself. And it may take time, but you're worth it. You are so worth it. You deserve to give yourself the permission that you've been seeking from other people so that your life can continue. Stop, or try to, again, I'm not going to say that super definitively, but stop holding your breath and waiting for other people to heal. And when you do heal, this is a kind of like a side note, but when you do eventually feel like you have you've made some progress in your own healing journey, I want you to know that it is not your job, and it is not going to work to try to go back and heal the people who hurt you. It is precisely what I did, and it didn't work. For one, I just kind of spun my wheels, and I had to grieve the fact that the idealized version of the people that whose love I was trying to earn was never gonna come. And I had to just accept myself. I had to learn to begin to pour into myself and stop holding my breath for other people to recognize, affirm, and acknowledge me. It was never them. The love that I was seeking was always going to come from God and from within myself, within how I speak to myself, as in stopping the reperpetuation. I don't know if that's proper English, but stopping the program of self-criticism and unforgiveness and shame and self-abandonment. And it's still a process. Obviously, I have not just like moved past it, but I recognize more and more every day that I deserve love and compassion, and that I deserve dignity, respect, and care as a human being by virtue of just existing. That is not something that we have to earn. It is a basic human right. And just because other people have mistreated us doesn't mean that we also should mistreat and abandon ourselves. We get to do it differently. We get to make different choices. We get to end the pattern of abuse, where we have been subjected to abuse. We get to stop subjecting ourselves to abuse, verbal or otherwise. We get to stop with us, and we get to begin to I love how I want to say it's Jennifer Aniston, but I might be mistaking her name. But the host of the Black Mother Wound podcast, she talks about how our autonomy, not just as like, Black women, but I want to say people who have experienced abandonment trauma, we don't have a real sense of autonomy. And a massive part of that is the fact that we have not been validated or acknowledged for our strength and our basic humanness. We've been held to a higher standard, especially if we had emotionally unavailable parents, as in we're expected to function and perform at the same level as our peers, and yet we're not given the same level of support and encouragement as our peers. And so our struggles are internal, our our fears, our challenges remain internal, and we shame ourselves for not being able to function the way other people are functioning. And that, again, is continued abuse, because who's pouring into you? The people who are trying to, take stuff out of you and get you to perform, or, output stuff, aren't pouring anything into you so that you have a foundation of emotional resilience and emotional strength to pour from. They're not putting anything in, and yet they're demanding that you function at a higher level than what they've guided you through, which is so unfair, which is so incredibly unfair. It's like having a baby who is like at the developmental stage where they should be learning how to talk, but you're ignoring them, and so they have no one to mimic their speech with. They have no one to model for them or to respond to them. And so, but you still simultaneously expect that child to have perfect language and vocabulary. Like, where are they supposed to learn that from? Self-love is modeled and it is reflected, as in we learn to love ourselves by how people love us, and we learn to love ourselves by how the people, our caregivers, love themselves. So we learn, oh, as a human being, I deserve to be spoken to kindly and compassionately. I deserve to express my creative how do I say, like the creative modalities that I'm drawn to. I deserve to go and pursue them because I deserve to do that as a human being. I deserve to pursue my career goals because I'm a human being, and by virtue of being a human being, I get to honor what calls me from within, and the world isn't going to burn down by me of following my desires and honoring my internal calling by listening to the voice of God that is prompting me from within. Like self-honoring and self-loving are two skills that are so vital and yet frequently overlooked, especially for women, even more so if you're a Black woman. And then again, if you're a person who just has been rejected, abandoned, misunderstood, neglected, not to be repetitive, but yeah, like, we need to learn those things, whether they're modeled for us or reflected back to us and how people treat us and acknowledge us. But yeah, you can begin to do that for yourself. You can begin to change the pattern for yourself, and you're allowed to. I just want to give you that permission that you get to be who you are, and you get to be a loving, compassionate presence in your own life, even if nobody else has shown you how to do that. That's all. I know I was like about to end the video before, and then I continued. It is what it is. If you're still here, drop a blue heart in the comments. Let me know if this spoke to you. I'm sending you so much love, and I hope that this is helpful. If you want to see more videos that are coming up, feel free to subscribe, like if you like, and lastly, I do offer one-on-one coaching, and if you want to book a coaching session with me, again, the link will be down below, so feel free to go do that. Until next time, peace and love. Be kind to yourself. All right.